Achua, Kobe White wide open in the corner in transition. Bang, we're hot. Davion Mitchell, go up and get it, Wendell. Go up and get it, Wendell. Wide open three. Michael Porter Jr. strips Anthony Edwards. Michael Porter Jr. for three. Bang, we are white hot in Vegas. Four questions. First one, yeah.
What is your mindset coming into your first playoff run as a contender?
I don't think we really think about it like that. Obviously, every team in this postseason run wants to win a championship, and you're gonna have to go through some good teams to get there. But I think the regular season, all of it's out the window now. You match up against all of these other teams that are fighting to win a championship, and you're all hungry and you all want to make it happen for your city and for your franchise. So obviously the mindset is we want to win a championship and we're locked in, but I definitely don't think we're going to let that regular season get to us, and we're definitely not going to let it get to our head. Yeah.
Who's on the injury report for tonight?
Tonight we have a pretty clear injury report. Wendell Carter Jr. Still has that nagging pinched nerve in his back, so he's going to be on minute restrictions, but he is there if we need him. Yes.
How big would a 1-0 start be to this possible title run?
Starting off a playoff run, especially our first one as a top seed. Obviously, starting off with a 1-0 start is huge for momentum, but it's a 7-game series. It's the first to 4 wins. There's 7 possible games in a series, so every game obviously counts. But if we go down 0-1, there have been several teams in history that came back from down 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 3-1. Anything's possible, and that's why you got to stay locked in the playoffs, and you got to stay focused on the ultimate goal, which I think is winning a championship. Yeah.
How do you approach one of the bottom 3 regular season defenses in the league?
Like I said, the regular season feels like it's really out the window at this point. None of it matters. Nobody cares about points per game anymore. It's all about who has the better team and who's more locked in and who wants it more. And I'm hoping we're going to come out that team. But the Timberwolves being one of the bottom defenses in the league, bottom 3 in the regular season, really doesn't affect us or our mentality. Obviously, we're going to go at their defense like we would during the regular season. Obviously, we have other game plans for them, but what they did in the regular season doesn't matter to us. They're the 7th seed. They won the play-in tournament. So we're going to come in like we're the 8th playing the 1 seed. We're going to come in and we're going to play our best basketball we can, and we're going to hope to kick ass. All right. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Okay. So we are here with our first playoff game of Season 2. And in the last one, I know I said that we were going to play the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. But looking back at the play-in tournament, the Timberwolves won the first round against the Mavericks. So we're going to be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're a bottom 3 defense in the league. But like I said in the press conference, that really does not matter at all, because it's the NBA playoffs, baby. This is going to be the lineup we're going to roll with. It's going to be Kobe White, Michael Porter Jr., Jovic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and then Precious Achua. We're going to let Wendell Carter Jr. get some rest because he is still, he has that nagging pinching nerve in his back, or pinch nerve in his back. So we're going to let him rest. He has the green plus. It's a day-to-day injury, but it is time to start the NBA playoffs, baby. And in the last one, I had something happen to where I wasn't able to make subs, which really upset me. So I'm hoping in this one that is remedied. I went through the settings after I recorded the last one, and I looked through it all, and I couldn't find anything that would negate me being able to make subs. Like I went to team. There's nothing that really would stop that. So I'm really not too sure. I think I'm just gonna jump into it and hope hold on. No, roster automation. I think I have all the automation things I want off, especially for lineup. So I'm hoping I should be able to make my own lineups. So I'm gonna jump into the game against the Timberwolves, jump into game 1, and pray to God that I can make subs. Timberwolves Outlaws, our first playoff game. We host. Let's go. Okay, so I'm still not able to make calls or call plays or make subs, and I think I know why. So I'm gonna go to team, I believe it is.
I feel like it's... I thought it was skills, but I can't make subs. Like, I went into the game and I couldn't make subs. So maybe if I turn off actions, turn off relationships, morale, and trust. Maybe if I turn off tasks, like, I don't know why I can't make subs. I'm praying to God I can make subs, because that would be absolutely atrocious if I couldn't. I'm gonna turn all of this off, just so hopefully I can make subs. I turned off relationship trust, which I think might be why, like, he doesn't trust me enough to make subs. So now I can go into coach settings. Okay, I can go into coach settings. Okay, I should be able to make subs now. Let's jump back into the game. And we win tip-off, and we can now make substitutions. Oh, I forgot you can control... Hold on. Why... Bro, what is going on now? Why can I only control one player? What is happening, 2K? I can... Oh, my God. They had me controlling Jovic. Like, I can't... Why... What is going on with 2K? Why could I only control one player? Why can I only control one player? I just want to... Like, why do they have me controlling Jovic? Like, what is going on? What is going on? Why am I only able to control Jovic? Like, what? What is going on? What? Why? Why am I only able to control Jovic? I'm so confused. Okay, I see. It had me on player lock Nikola Jovic. We have no player lock now. Now we can switch between players. Okay, we are back. We're all good. D'Angelo Russell misses the first shot of the game. Karl Anthony Towns with Precious Achiuwa on him. In the post, Karl Anthony Towns over. Precious cannot get it to fall. 0-0 start. Michael Porter Jr. bringing the ball up for us, defended by Anthony Edwards. Michael Porter Jr., first bucket of the game. Bang! First bucket of the NBA playoffs for the Outlaws comes from Michael Porter Jr. Kobe White with the responsibility of defending D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell to Naz Reid. Naz Reid, hold on, making sure everything's recording. We're all good. We're all good. Anthony Edwards. Michael Porter Jr. is there to D'Lo. Kobe White's in front of D'Lo. Screen from Naz Reid. Naz Reid on the roll. D'Lo to Anthony Edwards. That's a horrendous shot. Oh my God, he hit it. In what fucking world, bro? We're going to go back to Michael Porter Jr. I want Michael Porter Jr. to flourish in the playoffs. I really feel like he has it in him to flourish in the playoffs. Michael Porter Jr. very early. Oh, we got Precious. We got Precious on the glass. Okay, let's go back out. I want to do the same play. Screen from Precious. Oh, we got Precious. Oh my God, Anthony Edwards in the passing lane. Anthony Edwards with the steal on that pick. Okay, Kobe White gets it back. Kobe White got it back. Stop in transition. Michael Porter. Oh my God, that's horrendous. Very late, 2K. Kobe White on Edwards. They go to Naz Reid. Jaren Jackson Jr. is there. He reaches. D'Lo. Michael Porter Jr. Phenomenal switch on to D'Lo. D'Lo driving in on Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. possibly with the block. Does not get it, though. He just misses the wide open layup. Michael Porter Jr. to Jovic. Back to Michael Porter Jr. Okay. I'm going to get up another screen from Naz Reid. Hopefully I can get something going here. Come on, Michael Porter Jr. Precious, that is not the spot for you, bro. What are you doing? Good shot. Late release. That is questionable, 2K. That is definitely questionable, 2K. Late release. Michael Porter Jr. with a cold start. Anthony Edwards driving, and he puts 3 guys on a poster. Anthony fucking Edwards. Okay, I'm going to go away from Michael Porter Jr. ISO ball. We're going to go to Kobe White. Run a floppy for Michael Porter Jr. We had a whole episode without plays, and then I tried to... Oh, why did I shoot that? Oh, my God. It went in. Contested 3 goes in for Michael Porter Jr. He has 6. He's 2 for 5 to open up this game. Precious Achiuwa defending Karl Anthony Towns in the post. He goes out to D'Lo. D'Lo for 3. He cannot get the triple to fall. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. I'm going to get a screen from Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh, we find him. We get him. Jaren Jackson Jr. extends our lead up to 3 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. has been phenomenal off the PNR in most of these videos, so I am very happy to see that. Oh, that was such a bad pass. Why did I make that pass? I had the lane with Jovic. Why am I making that pass to Jaren Jackson Jr.? God knows, and Karl Anthony Towns for the lead. Cannot get the lead bucket to fall. Michael Porter Jr., come on. Come on, MPJ. This is your time to shine, the postseason. No, that's not the play I asked for. Precious Achiuwa on the putback dunk. Precious Achiuwa really trying to make his claim on the starting center role. Starting in the playoffs, his first string of starts coming at the end of the regular season and into the playoffs. Precious Achiuwa has been absolutely phenomenal as he picks up his first foul. Ooh, we get Jaren Jackson Jr. on the PNR again. He puts the former Outlaw Daniel Gafford on a poster. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 4 points to start this game off. Definitely a hot start for him. Love to see Jaren Jackson Jr. coming into his own in the playoffs here. D'Angelo Russell driving into the former Outlaw Gafford, swatted by his former teammate Precious Achiuwa. Kobe White wide open in the corner in transition. Bang, we're hot. MPJ first quarter assists, sorry. Kobe White with that wide open 3. He's on the board early. D'Lo cuts into our little run there with the pull-up mid-range J. We're 60% from the field to start this game off. Definitely a really good start. We find Precious Achiuwa on the PNR. He also has 4 points in this first quarter. 6-point lead for the Outlaws. Precious Achiuwa picks up his second block on D'Angelo Russell. Precious Achiuwa. Kobe White picks up his second foul on a block. I'm going to bring in Davion Mitchell for Kobe White. I'm going to take Michael Porter Jr. off pretty early too for Dyson Daniels. Get Dyson Daniels his playoff debut. Precious Achiuwa, he's a little exhausted. We're going to get Wendell Carter Jr. some minutes, even though he is on minute restriction, so we got to be careful with him. Do not want to aggravate that pinched nerve in his back. They have Norm Powell. They have Norm Powell. Wow. Oh, Kobe White behind Michael Porter Jr. That 22% contested is generous, 2K. D'Lo, 6'10 MPJ is there. Oh, Jaren, why did you help? Foul on Jaren Jackson. Davion Mitchell making his Outlaws playoff debut. It might be his playoff debut in general because the Kings are kind of doo-doo. Jaren, oh my god, he finds Jaren Jackson Jr. on the roll once again. The Jaren Jackson Jr. PNR has been crazy this season. Love to see Jaren Jackson Jr. coming into his own as that roll man, and Davion Mitchell taking the reins as that young stud backup PG. 6'1", he's definitely undersized, but he is a speedy little guy, and he can shoot that thing. Love to see it. Norman Powell driving in. Wendell Carter Jr. with the block. Our centers are having a block party in this first quarter. Davion Mitchell shakes D'Angelo Russell. We're looking for Dyson Daniels. Oh, we get Dyson. No, we don't. Norm Powell's there. Let me get a Wendell Carter screen. Ooh, Davion Mitchell. Slightly late. Wendell Carter Jr. on the board. Jaren Jackson Jr. for 3. Late release. Oh my god. Bang. Late release 3. 9-point lead in our play. Oh my god. Davion Mitchell. Go up and get it, Wendell. Oh my god, showtime. Outlaws in front of our home crowd. 11-point lead coming to the end of this first quarter. Phenomenal showing in the first quarter by us. A 24-point quarter on 8-minute quarters is absolutely phenomenal as the former Outlaw Daniel Gafford puts Wendell on a poster. Davion Mitchell, the man who has been creating shots for everybody on the court in an Outlaws uniform, finds Wendell on the PNR. He gets the mismatch. He gets a little standing dunk to get his 4th point of the game and put us back into the double-digit driver's seat. 1 second difference between the shot and game clock. D'Angelo Russell pull up midi over Davion Mitchell. Cannot get it to fall. We have 8 seconds. We have some time to get a quality look here. No, we don't actually. Give me a Jaren Jackson screen. Dyson Daniels in the corner. Dyson Daniels at the buzzer. Cannot get it to fall. We got a quality look with him, but he couldn't get it to fall. 11-point lead. Phenomenal first quarter by the Outlaws. Loving it. We're getting points from everybody. We're getting assists from the PGs. Let's keep it going. Second quarter basketball here in the NBA playoffs. Davion Mitchell running the offense for us. I'm going to get a floppy looking for Dyson Daniels. Off of this floppy here, we find Dyson Daniels at the wing. Dyson Daniels for 3. Early release. I beg to differ. They move. No, they didn't. That's a lie. We're going to bring Wendell Carter Jr. off pretty soon here. Don't want to aggravate that injury, but they have their starters out there. So I'm going to bring Michael Porter Jr. back in for Dyson Daniels. Anthony Edwards can't get it to fall over Davion Mitchell. The 6'1 Davion Mitchell. Oh my god. Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open in the... Wow. Michael Porter Jr. a 6'4" first quarter. Checks in for the Outlaws. Jaren Jackson, I need you to roll there, bro. I need Jaren Jackson Jr. to roll there. Ooh, can I get some? No, that's the wrong animation from 2K. Wendell Carter Jr. is coming off for Precious Achiuwa. Jaren Jackson's going to get a break for the former T-Wolf, Jalen McDaniels. Edwards, that's a horrendous shot, bro. I do apologize with all due respect. That's a horrendous shot. Michael Porter Jr. working in transition. Snatch back on Wiggins. We generate some space. Michael Porter Jr. slightly late. 7% contested is generous. 2K being real generous with these contests for the Minnesota Timberwolves so far. 2 for 8 for Michael Porter Jr. We've had a lot of questionable contests. Anthony Edwards gets the wide open dunk because Jaren Jackson gets caught on his own player. We get the foul with Michael Porter Jr. Step back midi, behind the back, step back fade. He draws the foul on Naz Reid. Naz Reid jumps, catches the back of Michael Porter Jr.'s hand, and we get 2 easy buckets with MPJ. Michael Porter Jr. gets that step back, behind the back, midi to go. That's the shot I've been looking for this whole time, but they keep sucking me into layup animations. Davion Mitchell, oh my god, gets the poke on Dwight Powell. No, Michael Porter Jr., why are you all the way down there, bro? Where are you going? Jovic is on the board in his first playoff game. We find him in the corner in transition. We catch the T-Wolves defense lacking in rotation. Nikola Jovic gets a wide open 3. Michael Porter Jr. strips Anthony Edwards. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Bang! We are white hot in Vegas. We catch him lacking in transition. Once again, their transition defense is absolutely horrendous. We have a 14-point lead. Davion Mitchell picks up his first foul. I'm loving Davion Mitchell in this lineup way too much to sub him out. This game is on 10. 14-point Outlaws lead. They're going to go to Norman Powell. I'm going to look to play that passing lane. They go to Cat. I don't even know if that's Norman Powell, if I'm keeping it a buck. That might not be Norman Powell. Hold on. Let me look at the box score. Let me make sure I'm not saying the wrong name. Jalen Noel. No, there's no way, bro. That jersey definitely said Powell. That jersey definitely said Powell. There's no way it said Noel this whole time. Bugging. Ant-Man is built different. Ant-Man is just built fucking different. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no fucking way, boy. Come on. See, I get sucked into that animation. That time it worked out because I got a foul. But man, they're not giving me the mid-range animation I want. Michael Porter Jr., 14 points, 3 for 5 from 3. Really good playoff debut, but playoff second. It's not a debut for the Outlaws or in his career. So what am I saying? I don't know. Joe Ingles shakes off Davion Mitchell. He goes up on Precious, almost gets his shit sent. Karl Anthony Towns on the glass. Cat gets his shit sent by Michael Porter Jr. We have a 4-on-5 fast break. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Cat's there. I thought I would get Cat crabbed, but pause. But Cat got there. Oh, Michael, we got Precious on Ant-Man. Precious on Ant. No, don't go there. Don't go there. What is he doing? What is Jaden McDaniels doing? He brought Naz Reid into the play. Jaden, you can go back to Minnesota, bro. Come on. Wiggins. Precious defending him at the perimeter. 3.5 to play in the first half. The Timberwolves have gone ice cold. Ant-Man, defended by Michael Porter Jr., goes around the Naz Reid screen. Jaden McDaniels, phenomenal help. Anthony Edwards chucks up a horrendous shot, and Michael Porter Jr. gets his 6th board of the game. He is on triple-double watch so far in this one. Oh my god, I get sucked into the corner, bro. We get a mismatch. Swear to God. There we go, Precious. Draws the foul on Ant-Man. Oh my god, I hit a Precious Achiuwa free throw. 1 for 2 from the line with Precious. Love to see it. Come on. D'Angelo Russell. Defended by Davion Mitchell. We have a nice little 15-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Oh my god, Precious with another board. Working in transition. I find Michael Porter Jr. in the corner. Michael Porter, late release. 2K? Oh my god, Jaden McDaniels with the block on Daniel Gafford. Precious can't get the block. Gafford with his 2nd offensive board of the possession. Wiggins driving it on Precious. He gets doubled. They find Gafford on the block. Oh my fucking god, Precious Achiuwa is built different. Oh, I see Jovic in the corner. Jovic off the catch and shoot. Jovic for 3. Bang! That's an 16-point lead for the Outlaws. We are on fire. 42 points in the first 2 quarters is absolutely crazy for us. Is definitely a very high number. Jaden McDaniels against his former team. We find Jovic. Jovic around the McDaniels 3. Jovic. Oh, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. With the C+ 3-pointer. Why did I think that was smart? It's been so long since we've made subs. I think I put this lineup in at the start of the second quarter, and we have yet to make a sub all quarter. Yeah, this whole lineup is absolutely exhausted. I'm going to bring the starters in, take off Michael Porter Jr. for Dyson Daniels, take Jovic out for Robert Covington, and then I'm going to bring Wendell Carter Jr. back in for some minutes towards the end of the second quarter. But we are absolutely exhausted, but we have been on 10 all second quarter. Precious fucking Achua. Oh my God. Precious with glass take in the final minute of the first half. D'Angelo Russell trying Davion Mitchell. He gets a wide open midi. Wow. I'm going to run a pass and screen away here. I have no idea who we're... Ooh, screening for Jaden McDaniels. Love to see it. Dyson Daniels, phenomenal screen. Jaden McDaniels in the corner slightly early. That's a good shot. That is a phenomenal shot with a slightly better three-point shooter. That is Irish Spring Green. Andrew Wiggins driving in on Michael Porter Jr. Wiggins. Oh my God, the Timberwolves are starting to gnaw back into this game. 30 seconds left in the first half, and they whittled our lead from, what was it, 16 down to 12. Davion Mitchell. Oh, that's horrendous. That was a bad shot. They're phenomenal board by Precious. Get it to Michael Porter Jr. Or not. Wiggins. They find D'Lo. D'Lo wide open. Gets it to go. It is now a single-digit lead right now. Come on. Let's get something before the break. At the buzzer? Nope. A 9-point lead. They whittled our lead from 15 to 9. We're still a sizable lead, but I'm not comfortable. Let's go. All right, we have a slightly altered lineup here for the second half, at least for the start of it, until Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jovic, and those starting guys are well rested. Dyson Daniels off of the floppy. Dyson Daniels is on the board off of the floppy. Kobe White picks up his second assist of the game. Kobe White's been pretty quiet, but we really did cook up with Davion Mitchell for most of that second quarter. Naz Reid posting up Jaren Jackson Jr. Naz Reid taking him off the dribble. Jaren Jackson Jr. phenomenal defense on Naz Reid. That's another stop for the Las Vegas Outlaws. Kobe White defended by Noel. Jalen Noel. We're going to get another floppy here for Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels has been flourishing off the floppy all season. They didn't run the play. Come on, bro. Run the play. They run the play. Dyson Daniels. Oh, he waited so long to shoot that. That's tough. Oh my God, Jaren Jackson Jr. blocks Carl. He does it again. Jaren Jackson Jr. has Karl Anthony Towns in solitary confinement. Oh my God, Wendell Carter Jr. is built fucking different. We have missed like 3 shots straight. They've been wide open threes, but we've missed them all. So we're kind of struggling, needless to say, but I just spaced out, and we have a 10-point lead. They're whittling our lead away. I can't talk either. Away once again. Wendell Carter Jr., this is your time to shine. There we go. Wendell Carter Jr., 8 and 6. Why is Daniels helping? Why did Daniels help on that Wiggins drive? 2K. What the fuck, bro? Give me a floppy. Wiggins is on fire right now for the T-Wolves. I definitely could see a Wiggins run coming soon. Dyson Daniels wide open off of the floppy. Oh my God, Dyson Daniels is locked the fuck in. 6 points for Dyson. He's locked the fuck in. Let's go. Our sharpshooter's locked in. Our starting, our number one option is locked in. But so is Naz Reid. Anthony Edwards is getting absolutely fucking murdered on the floppy, bro. Dyson Daniels buries another 3 and extends our lead up to 13. Anthony Edwards is getting annihilated on that floppy. Dyson Daniels is fucking him up. I was about to bring the starters in, but I really don't have much of a reason to. We are annihilating them. I want to bring in Precious Achua and Davion Mitchell, but I don't have a reason to bring the starters in. I'm going to bring in Michael Porter Jr. for Covington, but like, I don't need a full starting lineup because we are fucking these dudes up. Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open in the late release. Wow. This man, Precious Achua, has Karl Anthony Towns in solitary confinement. Karl Anthony Towns couldn't score if he wanted to against Precious Achua, bro. Precious Achua is locking this man up. Ooh, Jaren Jackson Jr. in the corner. Jaren Jackson for 3. Jaren Jackson has been so bad from behind the arc. Jaren Jackson on D'Lo. That pick and roll is not going to fool me. We're here. You're getting locked up, cat. I'm just keeping it a buck. Get to him. Let's go. Let's go. D'Lo, though. D'Lo uses his speed. Cannot get the bucket to fall. We're working here in transition. Davion Mitchell defended by D'Lo. I'm going to run a floppy here for Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels has been hot, but now he's defended by Joe Ingles. He still gets the look. Dyson Daniels, green 3, 13% contested. Daniels, three-pointers in this quarter. Let's go. Karl Anthony Towns posting up on Precious Achiuwa. Cat with the little spin. He gets fouled by Precious. Precious has had this man in a box the entire game. Now he gets the foul. Dyson Daniels gets a wide open 3 off of the Davion Mitchell drive. Dyson Daniels is tied with our best, or he's tied as our top scorer with Michael Porter Jr. This man fucking Dyson Daniels. Playoff Dyson Daniels is a thing. Pass and screen away. Dyson Daniels off the pass and screen away. Very early, 38% contested. We get the board though. I'm going to run a pass and screen away here. Hopefully it's for Dyson. What is happening? What happened? What happened? What the fuck just happened? 2K. They just Dyson Daniels acted like he was running the play, but then he just stopped and then the play just canceled. I have no idea what just happened. There's no way Gafford's about to score on us. Jaren Jackson Jr. sent this shit to the moon. Wow. D'Lo, that's a horrendous shot though. We got lucky. They're settling for bad shots. Jaren Jackson Jr. Screen. Michael Porter Jr. We get Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh, I should have went up with that. I knew it as soon as I pressed X and I didn't. Oh my god. Oh, we catch Jaren Jackson Jr. Posting up D'Lo. Precious, what are you doing, Precious? Why are you bringing Cat down low? What are you doing, Precious? He did it again. This man, Precious, keeps bringing his man into the play when his man is out of the play. Why are you bringing him into the game when I have the mismatch? What is going on? Wow. And that is the end of the third. We're sitting pretty comfortably with a 12-point lead, 51-63. I'm pretty confident we're going to come out with a 1-0 lead at the end of this one. We've been really good defensively. Offensively, we had a solid quarter with Dyson Daniels, 15 points from him in that quarter. But I think we definitely can turn it, or we definitely can be better. Let's have a banger fourth quarter. Let's come out with a 1-0 lead. Let's go. I'm going to bring a full starting 5 in. I'm going to take Precious out for Wendell. Wendell and Jovic are going to be completely rested, so Jovic is going to get a full fourth quarter set of minutes. 100% fatigue for Nikola Jovic, so that is definitely clutch. Davion Mitchell going to run the point for us in this fourth quarter. He's playing really well. Davion Mitchell using his explosiveness to get to the cup. He's on the board. He's done a ton of dishing the rock around in this game. 7 assists for Davion. Absolutely phenomenal game by Davion Mitchell. I'm going to bring Kobe White in for the fourth quarter though, because Kobe White's going to be well rested. Gafford, defended by Jaren Jackson Jr., goes to Wiggins. Wiggs taking Michael Porter Jr. off the dribble. Wiggins cannot get that mid-range shot to fall. Jaren Jackson picks up his third on Daniel Gafford. Michael Porter Jr. being defended by Ant-Man. I'm going to get a screen from Jaren Jackson Jr. No, that is not the animation I wanted, but we have a mismatch now. I just need Wendell to... Oh my god, Jaren Jackson Jr. puts him on a poster. He literally just made him look like a little fourth grader. He made Anthony Edwards look like a fucking fourth grader. Jaren Jackson Jr. is on 10. 6 to play in this game 1 of the round 1 of the Western Conference playoffs. D'Angelo Russell being defended by Kobe White. Absolutely phenomenal game from the guys. I'm really happy with the outcome of this one. I think we're pretty settled into the lead here as Anthony Edwards cuts our lead down to single digits for the first time since the second quarter. Oh no. I fucking love Wendell Carter Jr., bro. I love Wendell Carter Jr. After a bad shot from Michael Porter Jr., Wendell snags the board and slams it down. Let's go. I love our big men on this team. Our big men on this team are so fucking good when it comes to blocks, when it comes to rebounds. And now we're only up 8. Ant-Man is on fire. Oh my god, Michael. Oh my god, I don't know who to blame there. Anthony Edwards driving in on Kobe White, finds Naz Reid. Jaren Jackson Jr., you're a fucking beauty. Jaren Jackson Jr. is an absolute beauty. Pass it to Kobe White. Kobe White in the corner for 3. Bang! Kobe White extends our lead back up to 11. Kobe White with 6 and 6. Michael Porter Jr. with his 7th assist of the game. He is on triple-double watch. D'Lo's wide open. D'Lo makes it an 8-point game once again. We're going shot for shot right now with this Timberwolves team. Michael Porter Jr. defended by Ant-Man. I'm going to get a screen from... Oh, they're doubling. They're doubling. Who's open? Jovic. Back to... Okay, let me get a screen. Let me see if I can draw that double again. If I can draw the double... Oh, we get Jaren Jackson. Naz Reid plays that well. Ant-Man in transition. Jovic trailing. He says, I don't care. It's a 6-point game. Oh, Lord. Anthony Edwards. Ant-Man carrying his team. I'm going to run a play here. I'm going to run a floppy. No more ISO with Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to run a floppy. Michael Porter Jr. off of the floppy. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Bang! We're back up to a 9-point lead. Michael Porter Jr. extends his points up to 18, 8, and 7. Michael Porter Jr. in the clutch. 9-point lead for the Outlaws. 3.5 to play in game 1. Ant-Man working off the floppy. I'm going to play the passing lane. Michael Porter Jr. is not there. That's a good switch. Good hedge by Jaren Jackson Jr. to Wiggins. Jovic is there. Screened by Gafford. Wendell with the hedge. Wendell hedging. They switch. Wendell with the block on Wiggins. Shot clock violation. No bullshit, we have to be one of the best defensive teams in this league because we have block parties every single night, bro. Wendell Gafford with the passing lane steal on the PNR. D'Angelo Russell to Ant-Man in transition. Jovic, oh my God, Jovic gets a stop on a white-hot Anthony Edwards. Jovic, you beautiful man. Give me a pass and screen away here. Pass and screen away. It's going to go to Michael Porter Jr. Come on, run it. Oh, it's going to Jovic. Jovic off the pass. I felt that. I felt that one as soon as I shot it. Fuck. Wiggins runs right into a rested Wendell Carter Jr. and Wendell has takeover. We're going to feed it. We're going to feed Wendell. Wendell, a mismatch. Wendell with a mismatch. He has takeover. Wendell. Oh my God, there's no way he got that animation in takeover. He got the push animation. But then he gets the most charming ultra soft layup animation. I'm gonna run a quick post. I want to run a quick post up. Post up Wendell Carter Jr. on Gafford. We get the post up. He has post takeover. Give me the drop step. Oh, we get the inside edge on Gafford. Oh my God, Wendell Carter Jr. using his post moves and using the glass to get that board or to get that bucket. He extends our lead back up to 8. Timeout T-Wolves with 2 to play. All right, we have an 8-point lead with 2 to play in game 1 of the NBA playoffs. Wiggins inbounding to Ant-Man. Ant-Man, who's been absolutely fucking crazy in this game with the ball. Defended by Michael Porter Jr. Gets his shit sent to the moon. Michael Porter Jr. phenomenal defense. We find Jovic in the corner in the clutch. Jovic for 3. Bang! After that Jovic 3, we have an 11-point lead. Jovic has been absolutely crazy in the playoffs. Ant-Man. Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell gets the inside edge on Daniel Gafford. Wendell gives us another double-digit lead with 1.5 minutes to play. Anthony Edwards leading the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards driving it on Wendell. Anthony Edwards air balls. Wiggins passes up the wide open midi. Daniel Gafford wide open dunk. It is a single-digit game once again. 9-point Outlaws lead. Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. Oh, come on. A minute left. Michael Porter Jr. late release. There's no way that was 8% covered, first of all. Second of all, oh my God, this could be 6-point lead. D'Lo cuts our lead down to 6 with 1 minute to play. This is crunch time. The biggest stage. Well, not the biggest stage. It's the first round of the playoffs, but this is where legends are born. Wendell Carter Jr. with the dunk. Michael Porter Jr. with a double-double, 18 to 8 and 10. Now he has to defend Ant-Man in the clutch. It's an 8-point lead for the Outlaws. Anthony Edwards has been on 10. D'Angelo Russell has been on 10. Karl Anthony Towns not on the court for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards driving in. Gets blocked by Wendell Carter. And that looks like it is going to be game. Holy shit. Then that looks like it's going to be game. 8-point lead for the Outlaws. 20 seconds on the clock. That's a bad shot. But Wendell with the board. Oh, I could have got that with Wendell. I want to run a floppy. No idea who it's going to go to because Michael Porter Jr., the best shooter on the court, has the ball. Oh, it's going to Kobe White. Kobe White, that's a bad shot, but I had to pull it up. And that is going to wrap up game 1. 8-point victory. Our first ever playoff win in franchise victory, and it is in front of the home crowd. A dominant victory. Love it. I saw a ton of things I love. Taking a look at the box score here, Michael Porter Jr., absolutely insane. 18, 9, and 10. Not great efficiency, but we're going to gloss over that. Wendell Carter Jr., injured, 18 points in 16 minutes, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Dyson Daniels, 15. JJJ, 11 and 3 blocks. Jovic with 9 points. Precious Achiuwa, 7, 11, and 4 blocks. Kobe White with 6 and 7 and 2 steals. Davion Mitchell with 2, 7, and 2 steals. And then Jaden McDaniels and Rocco were kind of non-factors. Huge W. I want to look at Ant-Man stats. Ant-Man had 30. Hey, man. We pushing around here. Okay. I'm taking 4 questions. First one. Yeah.
First playoff win in franchise history. What does this mean to the team?
This win means a ton. It means we've made progress as a franchise. It means we've came from that expansion team, and we're now a winning playoff team. Obviously, 1 win in the playoffs doesn't mean much. You need 16 wins to win a championship. 4 7-game series. We still have a long way to go, but that first win definitely is going to be great for momentum. Yeah.
The game got close at the end. Was a win ever in doubt?
Well, in the playoffs, things come down to the wire. Games always get close. I mean, I feel like we had the game pretty well in hand when we were up 16 in the second, but the Timberwolves made it hard on us. Anthony Edwards was unbelievable. 30 points from him. But I think we coped pretty well. Obviously, Anthony Edwards with 30 points, and we still came out with an 8-point victory. I think that is pretty telling of how this series is going to go. But I think it being close is just the mark of the playoffs, and I think we faced some real adversity tonight. We were up big, and we coped with, we weathered the Timberwolves storm. They went on huge runs, and we weathered the storm and maintained a big lead. So I'm really proud of the guys, and I think we're going to be looking very, very good moving forward. Yeah.
How will you adjust to slowing down Anthony Edwards as the series goes on?
Obviously, I mean, you got to make adjustments as series go by, or as series progress, but this obviously wasn't something we were prepared for tonight. 30 points from Anthony Edwards, really, we weren't prepared for it, but anything can happen in the postseason, and I think how we adjust, we're going to go back to the practice facility. We're going to watch some film. We're going to scheme like NBA teams do. We're going to scheme. We're going to organize some defensive sets to come against them, and we're going to look to come back big in Game 2 and take an even bigger victory in front of our home fans. Last one, yeah.
How proud are you of your team tonight?
Dude, I was so proud of the team. I have all their stats written down right here because I wanted to make sure I gave praise where it's due. Michael Porter Jr., first off, absolutely crazy. His first playoff win, a part of our squad as well. Triple-double watch, 18, 9, 10 assists, and 3 blocks. Phenomenal. Wendell Carter Jr., 18 points, 9 assists, 3 blocks. Phenomenal. Dyson Daniels, 15 points in the third quarter. Crazy, he gave us a 16-point lead. Phenomenal. Jaren Jackson Jr., 11, 5, and 3 blocks. Phenomenal. Nikola Jovic, 9 points. He came up huge in the fourth. Phenomenal. And then Kobe White and Davion Mitchell dish on the rock with 7 assists, 14 combined. 7 assists apiece, 14 combined. I am very proud of this team. I know we can do better than this as well. I'm proud with the W. I'm proud with our first playoff win in franchise history. But I know we can do better. Our aim is to get better, like the late great Kobe Bryant said. The Mamba mentality, the mantra, is to be better tomorrow than you were today, to be better the next day than you were that day. That's the mantra, and that's what we live by as the Las Vegas Outlaws. We're always going to look to get better. We're going to look to take bigger and bigger W's as the playoffs progress. I know the teams are just going to get harder. The competition is going to get harder. But I'm confident. I'm very confident in our guys, and I'm so excited. I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate it, guys.
So we pick up our first win, or playoff win in franchise history. And this definitely means a ton to me because now we are a winning playoff team. The next game is also going to be in Las Vegas. I mean, we do have home court advantage, and it's looking like the OKC Memphis series is split 1-1. So I have no clue who we're going to play. We're probably going to play the Thunder in all seriousness, but oh well, we'll find out later. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you show some love down below. It's free. It only helps the channel grow. And as always, I love you. You're beautiful. Have a great week. Peace.